If you already have a domain name registered with another provider, you can transfer it to WordPress.com so your domain and your website are managed in one place. When you transfer a domain, you are moving the domain registration from your current provider to WordPress.com. That means WordPress.com becomes the place where you manage your site, domain settings, renewals, and billing. Your domain name doesn't change, only the place where you manage it. Now let's walk through how to transfer your domain. From your WordPress.com dashboard, click the WordPress icon in the top left. Select the relevant site. Select domains in the left sidebar. Click Add a domain in the top right corner. Then select Use a domain name I own. Enter the domain name you want to transfer, then click Continue. On the next screen, you will see two options, Transfer or Connect. Connect is for keeping your domain registered elsewhere, but we are transferring, so pick Transfer. And complete the checkout. After checkout, your current domain provider may send an email for you to confirm or approve the transfer before it can continue. Then you will see a checklist of two things you need to complete. The first is to unlock your domain. Log into the account where your domain is currently registered and look for the domain lock setting. Turn the lock off so the domain can be transferred. Then you can return to WordPress and tick off I've unlocked my domain name. Next, you need to get your authorization code. This code is used to confirm that you have permission to move the domain. Your provider might call it an EPP code, transfer code, or authorization key. The wording varies by provider, but the goal is the same. Unlock the domain, locate the authorization code, and make sure you copy it. For more guidance on how this works with different domain providers, check out the link in the description below. Once you have copied the authorization code, paste it into WordPress and click Transfer Domain. And then below Status, you will see that the domain transfer is in progress. When you click View Transfer, you can see more information. It's also important to note that domain name transfers typically take 5 to 7 days. And remember, in the meantime, while the transfer is in progress, you can continue working on your site's content and design. You will receive an email when it's ready. After your domain transfer to WordPress.com is complete, you will need to point it to your site. The domain keeps its existing settings during the transfer, so follow these steps to connect it to your WordPress.com site. Sometimes, depending on your provider, your name servers and DNS records point to WordPress.com automatically. And it also automatically sets your new domain name as your primary site address. But if it doesn't, click the 3 vertical dots next to your domain name and select View Settings. Open the Name Servers section, and on the screen, ensure the option to use WordPress.com name servers is in the On position. Then select the 3 vertical dots again and select Manage DNS. To check that your domain's A and C name records are set to the default values for WordPress.com, click the ellipsis, the 3 dots at the top right of your screen, and click Restore Default A Records and/or Restore Default C Name Record if necessary. Mine is already pointing to WordPress.com, so the option is grayed out. After updating these settings, your domain may take some time before it shows your WordPress.com site across the internet. This can take a few hours or up to 72 hours. Transferring your domain does not automatically move your email hosting. If you use an email address that ends in your domain name, such as admin@yourgroovydomain.com, you will need to add the required DNS records for your email account. Or if you have one of the existing email services listed below, you can let WordPress set it up for you automatically. Let's use Google Workspace as an example. Log into Google Workspace and grab the TXT record from there. Then paste it into the verification token field. When you click Set up Google Workspace, WordPress.com will automatically add all the required DNS records for Google Workspace. You don't need to add anything manually. Our Add Email through Other Providers guide, linked below this video, will walk you through setting up your existing email account if required. Once your domain is active and showing your site, the next step is to set it as your primary site address. To do this, click the 3 vertical dots next to the domain name and select Make Primary Site Address. And then you are good to go. And that's it. From now on, you can manage your domain, renewals, and website from your WordPress.com account.